with new things. Yeah, shiny things. And people fall in love with shiny things. So.
Good morning. This is Walk 1 from SADT Incorporated. And the purpose of my video today is to let you know about some very important things that I believe are overlooked by many of the people in security, prepping, military instruction, survival, all of the things that should be of interest to every single American. It's about time that people wake up and stop believing nonsense that people might be telling you. Well, the first thing that I want you to understand is what value is. A lot of people think value has something to do with an item being able to be spent, or an item shining or looking expensive. But actual value has little to do with any of those things, and everything to do with caloric burn. You might not be familiar with the term caloric burn. So let this Marine veteran try to expound on you the significance of caloric burn. Every time you wake up in the morning, you are expending calories. Say you have to wake up at 6:30 because you have an appointment to make. Maybe that appointment is going to work. Well, when you first wake up, you start expending calories to get to that job. And then once you arrive at that job, you begin to expend calories to produce an income to provide for you and or your family and all of the creature comforts that we as Americans have grown accustomed to. So, let's dispel the notion that money has any value whatsoever. It's just a symbol. Let's dispel the symbolic value of gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, all of it. Let me explain to you how gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, any precious metals, stones, or anything else actually attained its value. A long, long time ago, there were some very, very wise people, and what they did is they set up a system by which they could always stay one step ahead and at least $1 richer than everyone else. Now let me explain this. Once a person achieves a certain amount of wealth in gold, silver, dollars, whatever it might be, then they wield power over those who have less or none of that commodity which they hold on to. Now, the essence of how gold and silver and everything gets its power, where its real financial power and monetary power and economic force is generated, it actually comes from the caloric burn that it takes to bring it from where it is to you. That's where it comes from. The reason why it sustains the wealthy in the position that they're in is because the only person that can go hundreds of feet or miles down into the ground to excavate or drill for all these precious, so-called precious items is someone with a lot of wealth already. So they are perpetuating a situation where they will remain wealthy while others burn their calories either digging for, drilling for, or striving at a job to try to get some of these insignificant particles in the universe to make themselves feel wealthy. Well, this brings us to the last point of this video, and that is, if shit hits the fan, none of that stuff matters anymore. It's just like if you're in a fight on the street or you're in combat. The last thing you're going to be thinking about is the shine of the enemy's ring or the glint on your girlfriend's watch. What you're going to be thinking about is surviving, and that is the crux of the matter. These people behind the curtain have you running around chasing after shiny pieces of stone and metal to get you to work, so they can remain in control and wield power over the people too blind to recognize actual value, actual worth from trinkets of nothing. If you want to survive in life after a catastrophe, and you're carrying around 40 pounds of metal or glass, you think it's something special, but a diamond is no more significant than a piece of glass. In fact, the average citizen couldn't tell the difference between them if they stared at them for 100 years. So this just lets you know that if you're carrying that around with you in lieu of 40 gallons of water, 40 pounds of food, 40 pounds of ammunition, 40 pounds of medical supplies, you're going to die. And everyone else with you is going to die. That stuff will have no value. As in the middle of a riot or a flood, diamonds will not help you. It will only help you after the fact. You have to get over the hump, and then that stuff becomes valuable. The person who has the most usable resources will inherently inherit all of the other things that will become part of a new economy, whether they're gold, silver, or anything else. You can bet on that. Trust me. If you're holding on to the wrong thing in lieu of protecting yourself and your family, your friends, you won't make it. Diamonds will not be the way you survive unless you have a good slingshot and crack aim with it. Gold will not help you unless you can melt them down in a smelter and make bullets out of it. You need to be prepared for life after a catastrophe, barring some type of monetary system being in existence. You will never make it if you hoard gold and silver and not have the other things necessary for real survival, because there are not any of those things that I named off. In fact, a hammer will be more expensive than a bar of gold. Well, that's all for this video. SADT Incorporated will return with more insightful and informative videos in the future. But until then, stay safe, because you're alone out there. Have a good day.